What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. I want to talk about the Orlando Magic a little bit in their offseason because I think that they had an awesome regular season. They took the Cavs to 7 in the playoffs in the first round. Super young team. A lot of really good things to look at with this Orlando Magic team. But I think that they got a rare opportunity to add and potentially make a splash in trades, particularly in the offseason, to make them go from a fun young playoff team to potentially a legit contender. And they have the pieces to do it. And I think that they could realistically get somebody really, really good without trading Paolo, Franz, or Suggs. I think those are the three guys you really want to keep in any trade scenarios. And there's high potential young guys like Anthony Black on their team that I think teams that are rebuilding should really be prioritizing trying to go for. But that's not to say that they have to trade for it. This is just a hypothetical. Guys, I would love to see them go for. And realistically, I could see it happening. I think like 3 targets for them. I think one of them might kind of surprise you guys a little bit. I don't think people are talking about it enough. But I think there's some meat onto the bone. He's the last guy, so you're going to have to maybe skip to the end if you want to be surprised or whatnot. But let's get into it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you like this kind of content. Please like the video. But we're going to start with the first one. And these are, by the way, these are all guards because I think that they have enough size and everything like that. But they were missing some explosiveness from the point guard spot. And first one, we're going to get it out of the way, Trae Young. Everybody there, it's been talked about for months that this could be a guy that they go for. And it's easy to see why. He's an elite offensive player. He's one of the best passers in the league. He can score. He's from the mid-range. He can get to the rack. He can shoot the ball. There's a lot of good things with Trae Young. Obviously, defensively, he is pretty horrible. But they have a lot of good defensive pieces around him to where I think you could make a really, really good team if he's on your squad. You could have Trae, Suggs, Paolo, Franz. There's whoever you want to put at center. I mean, pretty much anybody that plays center with Trae Young is going to be effective. So it would be fun. I can imagine like a Trae Young and Paolo Banchero pick and roll would be pretty fun to watch. And those are dudes that are downhill a lot and get to the line a lot. So they could control the tempo in a lot of games with that. I think Trae would be fun. I just wanted to get him out of the way just because I think everybody's been talking about it. But yeah, I agree. I think he'd be cool. Second guy, though, I think, and they played him in the playoffs, Darius Garland. I think he'd be a lot of fun on this team. And I think the best way to put it, he's basically a lesser version of Trae Young. To where they're not good defenders, but they're really good creators. They can shoot the ball. They're good at scoring. There's good things there. I think the Cavs are headed towards a really, really crucial offseason because what does Donovan Mitchell do? And it's weird with the Cavs because Darius Garland has played way better when he's not out there with Donovan Mitchell. And Donovan Mitchell has played way better when he's not out there with Darius Garland. It's such a weird thing because I thought they would fit like flawlessly together. But maybe the Cavs are looking to trade him. I don't know. But it really depends on what Donovan Mitchell does with his, is he going to opt in or take an extension? What's he going to do? There's some weird things going on there, a lot of variables. But if you're the Magic, it's something you should definitely inquire about because you have the ability to add like a 20-point, 9-assist kind of game player to play with Paolo, and he's not nearly as expensive as Trae Young is. So I think Darius Garland would be fun on this team, but like I said, I think he's a lesser version of Trae Young. And the last one, the guy that I think would be really fun on this team, and people don't talk about him because he's playing in Portland, Anthony Simons would be awesome on the Magic. That would be like, he's not a $50 million a year contract. He's only 25 right now. I think he turns 26, or he might be turning 26 in like a day or two, or maybe he just turned 25. One of the two, doesn't matter. He's like a 20-point per game scorer. He's a good creator, and I think he's an underrated creator. Can shoot the ball from anywhere on the court. And I don't think he's nearly as bad defensively as Darius Garland or Trae Young is, particularly, to where you wouldn't have to hide him as much. He's a little bit taller. He's 6'3", 6'4"-ish. But I think Anthony Simons would be awesome on this team. Like, you could add a guy who's on a more valuable contract, and he plays on a team that drafted basically maybe his running mate, but probably his replacement in Scoot Henderson. And they have Shaedon Sharpe there, so they're just all bundled up right there. And if you're the Magic, that's the team I would be calling immediately as the Blazers. Hey, like, we got young pieces, we got picks, we want Anthony Simons. What can we do to make this happen? And I think the Trailblazers would hear him out because Trailblazers are in we're in the very beginning of this rebuild kind of thing. Like, we're hoping Scoot Henderson's the answer. We're hoping Shaedon Sharpe can take a step. But, like, maybe Jeremy Grant's going to get traded. Who knows? But ultimately, if you're the Magic, getting Anthony Simons, for everything that's included with him being a little bit taller guard, being able to score from all three levels, being hyper explosive, and maybe being a little bit better defensively than those other guys, he'd be perfect for them. And that, I'm telling you, that's the call you need to make immediately if you're the Magic, if you're looking to add to your point guard spot, because I think that they should, because you have a rare opportunity to add a young, good player to a really good young nucleus that clearly had a little bit of a weakness in the playoffs in terms of what they were getting out of the guards, because Jalen Suggs was playing through injury and he was trying to lock up as best he could. You're asking a lot out of him to go create for others now. And then it's like, you want to get looks for Paolo. You want to get him easier looks. You want to get Franz a little bit easier looks. You want to take the pressure off of those guys so that if the defenses are loading up on them, then, hey, we got Trae Young out there. We got Darius Garland. We got Anthony Simons out there. Whoever it is, we got explosiveness out on the perimeter to break it down or to knock down an open shot, because we saw in the playoffs the three-point shooting was a struggle, and all three of these guys can light it up from distance, which is going to open up floor spacing for Paolo and Franz, who love to get to the rack. It's going to do a lot of things, and I think that they should really consider going for one of these three guards. Let me know in the comments which guard you would like to see them go for. Most of these three particularly, or if you have another one, like a free agent guy or somebody else I'm not thinking of, let me know in the comments who you want to see them go try and pick up, because I think that they've got a rare opportunity. And, or, you know, maybe you want to see him just ride it out with like an Anthony Black and see what happens, because he played well last year. He just was in a bunched up rotation, and it's hard to get minutes as a rookie. It's how that goes. But yeah, it can be really unique and fun for the Magic in the offseason, because I think people know that they need a guard, like an explosive guard, but are they going to do it? You know, this is typically a team that is pretty under the radar in terms of their acquisitions. But I think they have an opportunity to make a splash, and they absolutely should. Let me know in the comments if you agree. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. I think we just got to like 1,400 subs. Hell yeah, love it. And then, you know, if you like the video, click the like button. That would be pretty cool. Helps me with the algorithm, as most people that watch YouTube know. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'm done. Peace.